just going, do a little tweak, get it in there, and we are back and better than ever, baby.
I think he was somewhere walking around lost or something. So
yeah,
that's what we said.
Hey,
yep.
I've been on the grind, ladies and gentlemen. I've been on the grind.
I was about to put this man on milk cartons. We were about to it was about to get bad, man. And
nah, for real.
Here's the thing about Dev, and I said this last week, and I'll say this again. What you hear, Devin has a gift where when he is not into wrestling 110%, the product ain't that good. But when Devin is into wrestling every week and he follows, the product just magically is the best it's ever been. He has no control over it, or maybe he fucking does, and we just don't know. You're a wizard, Harry.
I agree. You're a wizard, Harry.
At the end of the day, I appreciate it because when Devin's into wrestling, it's a better product. So whatever magical thing you have over that, stay into wrestling.
God bless.
That's all.
I need to. That's okay. That's a bet.
But you're a working man. If you're making money, no one's ever gonna be mad at you for missing a pot or two. You know.
Hey, even better than making money, ladies and gentlemen, I've been making music and making some good shit.
Making music, making money. Rolling Stone. What are we? Top 5? Top 6?
Yeah. Dude, bro, I'm at 6 right now.
We're still at 6?
Actually, it ended. I'll check it after the pod. I don't know.
Okay. You can't do that now. All right. But anyways, could be big things coming is what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Now, there's a world of professional wrestling that everyone is waiting to talk about, and we're going to jump right into it. That's the name of the podcast. Let me put that on the screen. First things first, we are sponsored by nobody. Still not a fucking soul. And, if you want to help us with that, I got you out for a minute. You're like,
hey, listen, definitely can throw out a couple of sponsors. We have room. Just so you guys know, we have room.
Yeah. If I got to not swear for an episode to get like an M&M sponsor, I'll do it. I will.
Hey, you might have to get a bleep button.
Yeah, no, dude, that would be fire.
I'll just do that. And then when I'm about to say, when I go to when I'm around my parents, this is a wrestling podcast, by the way. We will talk about wrestling in a minute. But when I'm with my parents or in a setting where I gotta be nice, I'll bleep myself. It's weird. When I'm with, I'll be like, man, what are they talking about? I'm really like, just say the word. I'm like, no, I can't, man. So I'll just
I used to do that when I was younger. I didn't get away with it though. Definitely did not get away with it. Yeah, no, my team go for that.
He would say fudge and stuff like that. I couldn't never do that because I was like, no, if you're gonna say it.
It's a trained skill.
Definitely, 100%.
Did you learn that, OG?
Oh yeah. As soon as my parents turned their back and they weren't looking, I fucking let them go. But when I can't, professionally when I can't, I'm thinking it, but I realize I have to say it.
Gotta have that censor, you know what I'm saying?
See, I can admit, you two have a gift that I don't have, and you guys are really good at thinking before you speak. I don't do that a whole lot. I kind of just let it fly. So,
Hey, listen, awareness is the first step, bro.
Yep.
That's actually that's the top key.
That's good. All right. I love how you say that as I have fucking predictions God is my title. That's great. All right. So we'll get to that later, and there's a reason for that. Blah, 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 blah. First things first. Before we talk about the wrestling pay-per-view, I want to talk quickly about AEW because I was looking at this card, and this card is stupid good. There's only been 5 matches announced, but all 5 matches that have been announced are matches that I would pay for you to take my money and are pay-per-view worthy matches. Okay. Jack Perry, Darby Allin. For the title, that's a banger.
Yeah.
Tony Storm, Mariah May. With the story they're telling, that's a banger.
That's fire.
MJF, Will Ospreay. That's a banger.
That's another banger.
And then the next match that I wanted to talk about, which was already a match I was looking forward to, which has now become an even bigger matchup, is Daniel Bryan versus Swerve is now a championship versus Daniel Bryan's career, because Daniel Bryan revealed, or Bryan Danielson, whatever you want to call him, on the last week's Dynamite that his contract expired this week. Yep. He no longer works for AEW. Wow. So if he does not win if he wins the championship at Wembley and he beats Swerve, he will re-sign the contract. Right. He will continue to wrestle as the world champion. If he loses, he's done wrestling forever. So, pretty fucking big stakes that have now been built on what I think will be the main event of Wembley, and I just wanted to talk about this real quick.
Yeah.
We haven't had a career versus title match in a while.
I'm not going to lie. It's been a minute.
The last time I saw someone who lost, and it was like, if you lose, you have to leave the company, was Daniel Bryan losing to Roman Reigns on SmackDown. And then he went to AEW, and that was the last time he was in WWE.
The problem is, you can't put this man in two situations where he's just gonna be kicked out of a company. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think now it's time. I think he really is like the injuries and shit kind of piling up. I think,
and that's what I want to ask you. What do you think? Yeah.
I thought some time ago his wife also kind of commented that she didn't want him to, and he's been flirting around with the idea of leaving or not leaving.
Yeah.
And I think she's been trying to get him to stay, but I think the injuries, I think there are things that's catching up with him. So I'm not surprised that he loses this to Swerve.
Honestly, man, I mean, the only thing with Daniel Bryan is like you said, like OG was saying, man, the injuries with him is just next level. You know what I'm saying? The guy almost broke. What did he? Did he actually break his neck, or did he almost break his neck? He broke his neck. What did he? He messed up his leg. He messed up his arm. I mean, he's done all type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like serious injuries, and it's like, I mean, going against Swerve. See, the thing is, the problem is too, Swerve is the type of guy where he's going for blood. If you see the matches that this man Swerve has been in, like when he had the feud with who did he just come out of Ospreay. When he was in the feud with Ospreay. No. And was it Christian Cage? No, it was somebody that he was in the feud with. Yes. Oh well, no, Adam Page. It was Adam Page. The feud that he was having, the feud that he was having.
The one with the match where you were like, it was the first time ever. I gotta reveal this to the people.
Yes.
Adam Page versus Swerve is the first time ever that Devin was uncomfortable watching the match. He was like,
absolutely,
this is too much.
I found it to be absolutely shameful what I saw happen in that match. But as far as they took it, you know what I'm saying? As far as they took it, I mean,
that's as far as you can take it.
Brian doesn't need to be in that match. Okay,
no,
he just doesn't need to be in a match.
That's why he has to lose. Based on what Swerve did with Ospreay, like
dog. Like, do we not remember what Ospreay did to Daniel Bryan? He almost killed him.
Yes, I remember. But here's where I want to come from to play the devil advocate. I really think that these motherfuckers have the opportunity to recreate, not as good of, but when he won the championship at the main event of WrestleMania. He's gonna have the biggest crowd of the year. He's gonna have 200,000 people, a UK crowd. The main event, if they do some shit where he overcomes the odds to win the title, and confetti comes down, the people will lose their minds. They'll love it.
Yeah, they will. Honestly, I would like it. I think personally, I believe that would be the route to go. I think
that's the inner child in us that watched it happen. That's why it would work.
Hey. Honestly, to me, it's like Swerve's mojo. It's like not mojo, but Swerve's like the push right now for Swerve. Like, why would you to Daniel Bryan?
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing. Like,
why do you say that? Like, he isn't one of the best professional wrestlers of all time.
Yeah, because see, the thing is, like, we talked about. We talked about last week. Not that he's.
Oh yeah, Dev, you haven't been here. I forgot. If you're over the age of 35, OG doesn't like you.
Deal.
He doesn't.
Hey, Deal. That's very it's ageism you're showing.
Ageism is crazy.
No. But I think like even like it's like talking about Big E.
Yeah.
I don't want Big E to come back.
No.
Like
no.
I can't.
Watch this. Watch this.
That's
the thing. He physically could end up paralyzing himself. So to me, you could still be a part of the business, but in some capacity. But I don't think risking your life. Like, look at these guys who old as shit and they look all crazy. Yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, for Daniel Bryan, like, whatever the fuck his name is. Like, he's a great athlete. Love him. Yeah. Like, the yes man, that was dope. It was like, at some point, like, transition to some other top part of the biz. That's all I'm saying. Like, I agree. His body has been beat to shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Daniel Bryan is one of the guys that's actually.
Anytime you have to keep fucking wrestling with the idea, do I leave? Do I stay? At some point, get your ass out. Like, and so that was the thing.
But my thing is, like, okay, if they do give him the championship,
I mean, he's 43. AJ Styles is 48, and I haven't heard you complain once about him.
Hey, Dill, how often is AJ on TV?
Not that much. He's at wait, but he just had a 2-month feud with Cody Rhodes, and you didn't complain about that?
Yeah, but AJ is. Oh, first of all, WWE. Their shit is not like AEW.
I get your argument with if you're past your prime, like the Chris Jericho argument last week. I'm with you. If you're past your prime, move to a managerial role.
That's all. Do something.
But
like
still, you can't discredit because there's still a lot of guys that are older that can go and are super old. Drew McIntyre is about to be 40 years old. CM Punk's about to be 50 years old. Would you argue yes or no?
Our truth is 56.
Wait. Would you argue yes or no? Would you argue that is not one of the biggest feuds going into SummerSlam?
What?
That feud, Punk and Drew.
Oh, yeah.
So what I'm saying is,
but look at them. But technically look at the wrestling in WWE versus AEW. AEW, bro.
Now you're talking about what I was.
That's why Adam Copeland broke his fucking leg.
Yeah, because he need to go to WWE where they fucking put on the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that's why they can do it. But AEW, they're fucking they're wrestlers. They're not. You know what I'm saying?
Can I get you on this? Can I get you on this? Okay, this is probably the most I'll ever be able to get you. Can I get you to say that at least if you're an older wrestler, go to WWE and not AEW? Can I get you to at least say that instead of retire? You should have saw it, Dev. Bro, you should have saw it. We talked about John Cena coming back. This motherfucker was pissed.
Bro.
He was pissed.
Johnson on one more year. Dill, don't even go down this road, Dill. Don't even get me going, man.
I'm just saying, though, Dev needs to know that OG for the past 3 weeks, it's been building and building and building. It is, and I get it. So there's background here.
Okay, so look. What I can agree to is, look, like Ricochet didn't belong in WWE, man. It was wasting his shit.
Yeah, they were wasting it for sure. I agree.
Like this was what got me. When I watched Swerve and Ospreay,
I was like, that's what Ricochet need to be.
Ricochet, like I want to see him like that. Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I get the mic time and and all that. Set up the story. And that's entertaining as hell. Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, these motherfuckers, bro. Like this is a whole other kind of wrestling.
Please,
huh?
I said, put a mask on that motherfucker, please.
He said he's not doing it anymore.
He needs to. He got no damn personality. He's like a fucking raisin.
Ricochet has.
Yeah, he does.
He's terrible on the mic.
The most entertaining he has ever been was on an Instagram live when someone said, "You're bald," and he said, "You stupid," and he was actually pissed. Okay, that's the most entertaining he's ever been.
Yeah.
When they try to put him in storylines to be entertaining, Braun Breaker.
Yeah, he dropped the ball.
Logan Paul kills him on the mic.
Yeah, kills him.
We saw in person. Us three, okay? His biggest main roster opportunity against Logan Paul.
Yep.
Right? As three people that were there, we can argue that match was phenomenal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay?
Yep.
Who carried that feud?
Logan.
Yeah. Logan Paul and Samantha Irvin.
Yeah.
His girlfriend was more involved in the feud than he was.
Yeah.
Guys, there's a problem here.
Yeah, Ricochet has he's got no bite, man. No. And the crazy thing is, like, honestly, I feel like with like Will Ospreay and Swerve and them, like their ability shines so much. Best viewers.
I don't know. I thought he was gonna say something useful, but I don't know what this means, my brother.
God bless.
Send it again in English, and I'll put it back up.
God bless. I don't know what bro's talking about. But with Swerve and Ospreay, you know what I'm saying? They're wrestling, like we were saying, it shows more. You know what I mean?
I guess it's
Ricochet, you know what I mean? Like their personalities aren't really that crazy, and they're not that crazy on the mic. They're decent, you know what I mean? They're definitely better than Ricochet, but they're not that crazy on the mic. But what makes up for it is their ability to like I define their wrestling as like superhero wrestling. That's the wrestling. Like if you're an 8-year-old kid, you're watching Ricochet. I mean, you're watching Swerve and Will Ospreay do the shit that they're doing, man. You're like, I mean, these are superheroes, you know what I'm saying? And that's where they kind of shine. But with Ricochet, it's like he kind of gets that, and then WWE is not that way, where they're kind of like, mic. You got to have mic presence and you got to have ring presence, and they have to be equal, or you won't work as a wrestler in WWE. True. And he does not have the mic presence or the outside of wrestling presence at all. And I don't think
some would argue character is bigger than the wrestling.
I would agree. And in WWE, I would agree that character is bigger than wrestling.
I like that.
So then they will push the character more if you're. Yeah, we agree on that. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
That is. Oh yeah. We're not done with AEW. There's one more thing we got to talk about. Why? Because it broke yesterday. Why? Because it was trending, number one, worldwide. And that would be Mr. Shane McMahon. Because Shane McMahon was in a private meeting with Tony Khan to discuss the future of possibilities of working together. And boy, oh boy, if you were on wrestling Twitter, it was a fucking field day. Because people were having fun with this. The last time we saw Shane McMahon in WWE was when that man's quads just blew up into another fucking dimension when he fought The Miz in a 17-second match at WrestleMania.
It was so crazy because I feel like that, side note, I'm not going to say too much, but I feel like that segment could have really been so much fun. But he just
You were hyped. You were like, oh, it's Shane O'Mac. And then motherfucker did a leapfrog.
I just wanted to see one coast to coast, man.
You know what the best part of that clip is, and people don't talk about it enough, is that the commentary, right as Shane McMahon does the leapfrog, okay? Michael Cole goes, oh, Shane still got it. As he does the leapfrog, okay? So then he goes, oh, Shane still got it. And then Shane starts flopping around the mat because he tore his fucking quad. And then Cole's like, oh.
My bad.
Like, oh, fine. Maybe he doesn't. But
maybe he takes him, man.
So Shane McMahon, AEW, possibilities of them working together. I will just let you guys shoot first.
So for me, even if he never does, okay. I like it because it's kind of like this, like kind of middle finger to
Vince and the organization.
Yeah, to our old kind of stomping grounds. I read some things about like Shane even I think tweeted something like I'm buying them or something like that. You know what I mean? But you know how
Triple H, I now own AEW.
Yeah, and Triple H is his fucking brother-in-law, so it's like I like that kind of antagonizing thing he's kind of doing. But as it builds, to me, it's like, well, why not deal like we talked about last week and about like people signing other places. Mm-hmm. It's the same like, bro, this is a business, bro. If he wanted to sell, if this team got sold and he decided to invest in another team. Fucking why can't he? Like, fucking do it. To me, the fans that it would attract, you know what I mean? This is a great time to be a wrestling fan. So, I agree. Do it. Shit, go ahead. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you say that because I feel like the narrative online is all negativity, right? And it's all, why is this 60-year-old man who has all this money going to do, you don't need to do it, right? You're just doing it out of spite. But I want to say two things. One, we all know that you've seen countless documentaries and interviews, people talk about it's a drug. Once you're in the wrestling business and you get out of the wrestling business, you can't it's very hard to just leave.
Yeah, just leave.
Right? Yeah, so him being involved in some capacity in WWE is what he wanted. Now, Triple H basically told him no. So now he's going, where else can I get opportunities still in the wrestling world?
I mean, if Shane O'Mac doesn't get injured, I'd love to see him. I mean, when's the last time we see him?
I don't want to see him in the ring. Please, God, no.
Just presence, man.
If I see another Shane McMahon fucking...
Oh, did the thing?
He's not a black belt. He's like Tonga Loa on crack with the...
Oh, geez. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. No credit to Shane, but he's 60 years old. And
you got to stop at some point.
Bringing back the argument you were just talking about, OG. He could be in the wrestling world. I don't need him in the ring.
Yeah.
He would be a great. You know what he would be? Oh, my God. I got it. I just, ding. The current elite, he should be the fucking manager. Do you know how Don Callis is the mouthpiece for,
I will tell you what, that right there, that what you just said, Dill, right there, I think that has the capabilities of changing the landscape of AEW.
That's what I'm saying.
That is groundbreaking. Like, if he genuinely, like, they came out and they're like, hey, we got a new guy, and Shane O'Mac comes out, now it's personal. Now it's really like, oh, this is something we've never seen.
Yes, and their whole thing is that they hate the AEW. So Shane could come in and be like, yeah, like, I'm not doing this for AEW. I'm doing this for the EVPs that brought me in, the Young Bucks, and I'm making fucking money with them. That's why I'm here.
You know what it sounds like? Remember when they bought WCW?
That's exactly
what I'm saying. Like. What if he does that?
Who went over to WCW? Shane.
That was the joke I made that went over both your heads earlier.
What joke?
Triple H, I now own AEW. When he told Vince,
I
now own WC. Come on.
Come on, man. Come on, let's fill it up.
I just want to. What do you call it? But I think if you bring him back, he's got to be a heel because
for
get Chris Jericho go away heat. So make him a heel.
For sure. Yeah.
Hey, put Shane O'Mac through a table, man. I'd be happy.
He'll find a way to put himself through one. I saw the memes yesterday were like Wembley Stadium and then like the top of the stadium and it was like a circle and it was like Shane McMahon jumping and then the ring and it was like a 300-foot drop and it was like can't wait for him to debut like this or the memes were great. The memes were crazy. All right. Now it's time for the weekend review and essentially what this weekend review is all the things that happen in the week of wrestling that aren't on SummerSlam, because we'll talk about SummerSlam and everything that's going on there. So, first things first, something that me and OG have argued on this podcast for 3 weeks should be on the goddamn SummerSlam card. It should be a 6-man tag, and they gave it to us on Raw.
Fucking that's weird. I don't understand.
So wait, when are we getting it? Are we getting it the Raw after SummerSlam?
Yes. But apparently it's the same arena in Baltimore that Bray Wyatt made his debut. So there is like sentimental value there. But if you want to be that guy, if you want to try to out wrestling nerd, the fucking wrestling nerd, where did Bray Wyatt make his pay-per-view debut against Kane? SummerSlam. Where did The Fiend make his debut against Finn Balor? SummerSlam. If you really wanted to fucking do it at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I don't see. I honestly, I personally don't appreciate the. Honestly, I feel like kind of take this as a jab to the level and the quality of product that the Wyatt Six are bringing to like the table right now, dog. Because I feel like the element that they're literally like we were saying how cinematic the bloodline is and all that, and I was nervous that they weren't going to be able to bring that type of aura and that type of energy.
They have been though.
They're
carrying Raw right now.
Bo Dallas comes back with these confessions and Dexter Lumis and all the other people, Nikki Cross, everybody else that's coming together, and you're seeing literally once again, maybe even better, this type of cinema. You know what I'm saying? That's getting shown.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I just kind of find it crazy.
So here's my
we
problem.
throwing a shot at not putting them on the pay-per-view.
All right, you're the Wyatt guy, so let's hear it.
Yeah, so my problem with this, okay, I've gotten all the promos for all the members. Great. Dexter Lumis, the shit by far was my favorite one. It was eerie and weird because going until he didn't fucking talk, so it's great. Yeah.
I
like okay, it's great. Putting the match on fucking Raw after fucking SummerSlam to me irritated my soul.
Yeah.
Because it's like we've been building up to this. And now on one of the bigger stages, not there after. It's like, what the fuck? So then I started thinking, okay, well, maybe, and then I told you, I was like, well, maybe there's something else in play here as well. And I was like, okay, maybe there's some other, because it has to be something.
I could see them using this as an avenue to either introduce somebody else or to like segue into a new version or a new enemy of the Wyatt Six, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? Maybe explore it to a point where they want to kind of make it a little bit bigger for the pay-per-view.
So I thought initially, I'm like, okay, well, maybe what they're doing is setting it up for Alexa to come back.
Yeah, I could see it.
So here's my thought. She could come back. I would love if she came back, join the Wyatt Six, because then now her and Nikki could put in work.
Yeah.
With Nikki by herself, Nikki's not going to put in that much work, which that's the part I'm like, that would suck. But I was like, or Alexa comes back and she joins the Alpha Academy.
That would be tough.
But then it's like, okay, all right. I'm like, but just my fandom in me, I want her to come back and join Wyatt Six. But I'm still trying to figure out, why would you not put this on SummerSlam? Like, so the last 2 weeks we've seen a little bit of action from the members of Wyatt Six, and like, okay, this week, okay, that was great. But then you're gonna make us wait more. Like, to me, it's like, what's up Triple H's sleeve that we would do that? Because if not, you're gonna sour people faster on it if you keep pushing it out. Yeah. We gotta see them do work, man. Like I love the scary shit, the smoke and all of that shit. I love all of it, but it's like, okay, at some point the Fiend had to get his ass in the ring. Now let's exclude that fucking Mountain Dew match and shit. But like we gotta get in and do work. Like we gotta have a match. We gotta see some action. So to me, when they did that, it irritated me, Max. I'm like, I'm a big fan, but I'm like, okay, we're gonna get the 6-man tag. Wait, when? What the fuck? Like what?
Yeah.
So to me, it's a miss for me because they should have been.
I think that this is an extreme. I don't think it's completely dropped yet, but I think that they're setting themselves up for extreme drop the ball moment.
No. I don't think they're doing that. I think what they're doing is they're putting all their eggs in the basket of. Do you remember how the Bloodline pretty much carried SmackDown?
Yep.
I think that's what they're doing. They're putting all their eggs in the basket of keep it on Raw. Everyone, a lot of people, including me, probably you, OG, tune into Raw
all day for this.
For the Wyatt shit.
For sure. I want to see where Chad Gable is, so I know they're coming out. First match,
exactly.
Great. Yes.
And, so we want to know what the fuck's going to happen every week. So when they do it on a just Raws right now, it's making it so that, every week you get that.
Yep.
Every week you get that.
Yep.
Rip my boy Chad. I can't look at his recovery process.
Jeez,
where he was and where he is now.
No, for real.
He really is an Olympian. This guy's insane. But
Shout out Simone
Going back on that, I think that's why. I don't think they're dropping the ball yet. I think what they're doing is putting all their eggs in one basket on Raw. They're just like.
I just feel like that's kind of I feel like that's still, in my opinion, like still kind of shooting a shot at YS6 because I feel like you have to show people that this is a big thing. You know what I'm saying? Like in pay-per-view solidify that. You know what
so
I'm saying?
I got a question for y'all. So what happens to Otis and Tozawa and Maxine?
I asked you this question last week, OG.
Because now, like, even this week, they got a little bit, like, even with their wearing shit, you can tell, like, okay, it's different, but it's like, but they're still a part of this feud. So it's like,
I got a better question for you. No, I got a better question for you.
What you got?
Why didn't Tozawa break up the pin in the tag match?
Jesus.
No, answer me that. Did you watch the match?
Yeah, I did, man. I don't know.
Why didn't he break up the pin? He sat in the corner and watched the 1, 2, 3. Didn't do anything.
He was dizzy.
My ass. Why didn't he break up the pin? He's got the power of Tozawa. He fucking does this.
The power.
Yeah,
the shuffle, man.
Just sat and watched the 1, 2, 3, and I was like, why did he do that?
Why did he do that?
So,
I don't know, bro.
But I asked you last week. I said, why didn't they pull the trigger on Gable and Otis? We don't know. Is it too late now? Yes.
Yes. Now we got to move Otis off.
Yeah, I'm tired of these dropped balls, though. You know what I mean? I feel like we've definitely.
Pause. Horrible word.
I feel like just terrible segue. Just my bad on that. You know what I mean? That kind of concludes my talk after that. You know what I'm saying? I think we could just.
That's why I just put up the next fucking topic because I just felt like it better move.
All right, so let's talk about this.
Damage control returns, and I want to talk about it. Why? Because if they would have just returned and it would have been the same damage control, I wouldn't have felt the type of way. This doesn't feel like the same damage control.
Sure doesn't.
I don't know about you. They felt like a face to me. They came back against 3 heels. They came back against 3 women that a lot of people were booing because they just beat 3 faces. Came back, and Io Sky, after they took him out, goes on the top rope, does a moonsault, gets back in the ring, fires up the crowd. They do their pose. Crowd cheers. They leave. And then next week, and then they do an interview backstage with Dakota Kai, Io Sky, and them. And if you did not peep, during the interview of Dakota Kai, a Wyatt 6 logo appeared behind her head. Now, a lot of people are going, Dakota Kai, what did she do? Okay, she was with Bayley. She turned her back on Bayley. She kicked Bayley out of Damage Control and then made the group with all the Japanese girls. And then everyone's like, oh my God, Nikki Cross, that could be the women's target. So, Damage Control has brought a lot of conversation just with their return on Monday.
Asuka's coming back too, by the way.
Well, first of all, I want to say that if they are going a reckoning route with the YS6, that would be personally one of the hardest things that you can do. And what I mean by reckoning route, to be clear to people, is not reckoning, but more so judgment. The judgment, you know what I mean? Like the Judgment Day kind of thing where they actually are like, we remember what you did, and you're not safe. You know what I'm saying? Like people that do quote unquote wrong and like turn their backs and are quote unquote evil. You know what I mean? And like kind of feed into the lost ones kind of thing that both Dallas was talking about. They can go that route. That would be fine.
So what is this? So first of all, I love the damage control. They come back. Like I'm happy to come back with the fucking gear.
I love the group. I do love.
I'm happy that shit was gone. It was just like leather. Like okay, you can tell they've changed. They're different. Io has been a little bit more aggressive, before, and you can see that part of it. I like even like they just seem different, which I like. Yeah. However, Asuka's been cleared. Asuka was in the Japan tour they just did. Asuka was there. Asuka's been cleared. Watch this. So the YS6 logo appears behind in that segment. What if Asuka's the member of YS6?
Then what do you do with then you drop the ball with Alexa?
Yeah, but I feel like either what if Alexa doesn't.
Would you rather have Asuka or Alexa? Let me ask you that.
Alexa, and here's my question though: how come we haven't heard? What is do we have any?
Yeah,
do we have any information on Alexa?
Yeah, she's training. Yeah. She's literally been training for the past 3 months to get back in the ring.
But it's saying the word Alexa, is she is waiting.
Asuka,
she's probably waiting. I think Alexa though. I think they're waiting on. She's waiting because I saw something about her daughter's birthday. She's something about that. But like,
how long has she been out of action for?
Since January.
Yep.
Wow.
Last time she fought was at the Royal Rumble against Bianca.
Yeah.
That was not last Royal Rumble, but
the one before that.
For a year and a half.
Yep.
Damn.
So I think she is working up, and she says she's definitely coming back, but I feel like she If she waits too long, then it's like, well, I mean, you can still bring her back, but it just obviously.
Well, yeah, don't wait too long because then she might be past her prime, and then can't use her in the ring, right, OG?
You can't.
Sorry.
You either turn into a manager, you wait too long now.
She'll be a referee.
Sorry, that's on me. I want to see how far I can push.
No, keep going, yo. That's a little bit.
That would be the last one, I promise.
No, that's
hey, listen, it's all right. Listen, OG's ageism is just, it's projecting.
Yeah. Chill that down. No, I think it's a good beef though with Damage Control and whatever their faction is going to be called. I think it'll be good beef. Because I was honestly tired of seeing fucking. What's her name? And the girls with the fucking guns shooting shit in the air and all that dumb shit. They're great athletes, but I was
girls with the gun.
The fucking outside of seeing it, bro. Honestly, it's like okay, they're gonna get their asses whooped. They keep
Casey
fucking their
too.
asses. Yeah, like kick fucking rocks, like. Sure.
It's not happening. It's not happening.
Dude,
you got it, OG. You can't just say the girls with the guns.
Yeah, I mean the girls.
You gotta let them know that they're smoke guns.
Smoke guns. Yeah, which I don't know why that even is all. But that's all about. But yeah, like they get their asses tossed around every fucking week. Like let's be done with them. Like it will be dope to see them and Damage Control. Those two factions gonna go against each other. So
I agree. All right, next thing we got here, I want to talk about real quick. This was on NXT on Tuesday. This was the best promo this man, Pete Dunne, has ever cut, and I loved every second of it. He basically was just able to break the fourth wall of everything and just cut loose. And he said that he's tired of the fact that he was the bruiserweight, and he was one of the most dominant men ever in NXT. And this is true. He was the longest reigning NXT UK champion before Walter broke that record, and he held it for 500 days. Okay, man was a beast. Then he says he hated the fact that the first time in his life that he looked for guidance from Sheamus, he had to be called by a stupid nickname Butch. He had to watch the Sheamus show, and that's why he hit Sheamus with the shillelagh on Raw. And he's tired of people like Trick Williams backstage being grown men that can't figure out their own problems. So now he's feuding with Trick on NXT and Sheamus on Raw. He talked about the fact that Ridge Holland left him, Tyler Bate left him. Obviously, Ridge and Chase U and Tyler Bate's hurt, but how they left him and it's just him. And he's like, wouldn't you be bitter too if you've been through what I've been through? And like, I was like, I would be, bro. He's like, I'm now YXB, young and bitter, Pete Dunne. End of the promo. And I was like,
bitter end.
Loved it.
Bitter end. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I think this is literally pivotal for not only NXT but Raw as well, because I'm not gonna lie. I mean, me and Dill, we love Pete Dunne, you know what I'm saying? And to see him in that Butch light where they kind of just had him as like a Tasmanian devil kind of character. Which
he was
is
the
like,
why I oughta.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like completely the opposite of what Pete Dunne was, bro. Because as we knew Pete Dunne as, he was a technical wrestler, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he bends the fingers and you know what I'm saying? He's
joint manipulator.
Stuff like that, bro. So to see a lack of that and not see that version of Pete Dunne was kind of frustrating, but to see him, you know what I'm saying, step up in this promo now and be in this position, I just want him to go back to his old self, and I'm ready to see that first match back that he gives of him like giving his all. Well,
you're gonna get to see it, Devin, next Tuesday on NXT against Trick Williams.
Yes, sir.
I fucking, by the way, love it. You know, I'm all about the villain of the shit. Like, no apologies to it. Just keep slapping Sheamus, his boring ass upside the fucking head. Trick Williams, like, and because it's different. Like, he's beefing with two people at the same time. Like, I want all that smoke. Like, because he's just like, because it's like, you can tell every time they put him in a tag team, it was like, damn, this man really needs his own solo push. You keep putting him in his tag team, just like, it's like, you know, we talked about like these guys are these guys are from the tag team, and then these guys are singles put in the tag team. It's like,
we had that,
So like, to me, I love it. Like, to me, and the story for Sheamus, I was tired of seeing Sheamus just slapping the shit out of people. Like, now it gives Sheamus an interesting story. His homeboy he's wanting to fuck him up.
And a lot of people are with Pete Dunne here because they're like, yeah, we are mad that they made you Butch. We are mad that they made you a little kid.
I haven't do that kind of shit.
So a lot of people resonate with this.
When they change somebody's name, they have to change it back. Every like.
I agree, and I'm pretty sure like we're not in the minority about the frustration with the Pete Dunne Butch switch. I don't think really anybody. I'm not sure that character resonated with anybody for real. No. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody was a fan of it, and you know what it screamed? It screamed Oh my God, Vince McMahon! It just screamed.
Yeah, it really did. It really did.
And that's why I feel like Triple H. Not only does he do a great job of, like, telling the past and making stuff from the past like matter, but he's also very good at like taking booking decisions that we, the people, know are bad, and making that a part of the storyline too, like with Butch. And I think that's so smart. So shout out to the fucking writing team or whoever came up with that.
Yeah, they've been cooking, man. They've been cooking ever since Vince left, bro.
All right, we got 2 things really quick that involve location. Then we got 2 things that involve matches that aren't at SummerSlam. Then we got top 5, and then we got the predictions. All right?
Get it.
First things first. Nick Khan met up with the mayor of London and had a private meeting discussing a WrestleMania in London, and apparently the talk went very well. So in the next couple of years, we are actually looking not as a hypothetical, but as a factual WrestleMania in London. So keep that in the back of your mind.
Bro, let's fucking do it. Have we paid attention to the international crowds, bro?
International crowds.
We've never had a Mania international, I don't think.
Have not missed.
But the crowds haven't missed.
They haven't missed.
Anything we've had, have not.
I think Mania London has a
money in the bank.
But that wasn't a crowd fight. That was a fucking terrible.
That was international. That was Canada.
No, I'm saying, but it wasn't because of the international thing. It was the fucking matches, and that shit was really the
okay,
yeah. But overall, though, man, like the international crowds, it makes you as a fan here in the States want to step your fucking game up. Honestly.
Definitely.
But it's still hype, man. Like, it's
I think it's honestly, I think that. Like OG saying, man, it's not gonna do nothing but just continue to excel the game because we see that the international crowds are not letting up anytime soon. And we give them a fucking Mania, they're gonna go absolutely ballistic.
Oh man, it'll be great. 2 days?
Oh man, come on now, man. They're going. And honestly, man, London, like they're gonna make a lot of money from that, bro. Yeah. Like there is a lot of wrestling fans in the UK, dog.
Man, I saw something like for Mania going to Vegas. Like Vegas, they gave like WWE like $5 million or something just to come there or something like that, and the facilities that they're giving them access to.
Yeah,
I was like, man, because of them.
Do you know why they still go to Saudi Arabia?
Well, they're like in a contract with them for a while, right?
Yeah, but do you know how much money they make every time they go to Saudi Arabia?
It's probably crazy.
I do not.
It's probably crazy.
Every time the WWE does a live show in Saudi Arabia, they get $50 million.
Jeez. I'll go twice a year.
So that's why you get 2 shows in Saudi a year because they're making $100 million.
Mania in Saudi. Yalla.
And that's why the guy who was like, that's why when I brought up WrestleMania in Saudi like a month ago with Dev, and Dev was like, no, and I was like, no. One thing that we have to think about is the fact that if they give WWE enough money, they might not have a choice.
Yeah, man.
Money talks, man. Money talks.
Hey, we'll give you $20 billion for a Mania. Okay. The only thing is, Saudi Arabia, I mean, have you guys ever heard the story of the first Saudi Arabia show that they ever produced in WWE? Do you know who they asked for to be at the show in 2016?
Oh.
They said, hey, make sure that the Ultimate Warrior's there. And the WWE responded and said, okay, we just want to let you know he's been dead for 3 years. So, that was the first. So Saudi, they don't really care about wrestling. They care about money. And Vince cared about money. That's how this whole deal started. That's why they're still in it. Anyways, second thing that we have, and I'll let you guys shoot the shit on this because I'm curious if you guys like this or not. They announced today, Survivor Series is going back to Canada. Vancouver, British Columbia for Survivor Series War Games.
I mean, I guess.
So you already know that Sammy's going to be in the fucking.
Nothing is giving me. I don't think Canada has went crazy enough to give me a like, holy moly, we're going back to Canada type of vibe. But also they haven't been bad to the point where I'm like, let's not go to Canada. I'm kind of really in the middle.
We just gave them a week straight of wrestling.
That's true. Here's my, but you know that thing they're doing coming up, where they're gonna be doing like in Indiana, like 15 fucking shows in Indiana, like this that kind of thing. Here's my only thing about it, because I don't care. Fine, go to fucking Canada. But Sami Zayn doesn't have to be in or win a match because they're in Canada.
He does not.
Like, can we stop? Like, I know.
We gotta stop doing the home thing.
Like the home thing.
Yeah,
that's all. Like, go there.
You can't milk the home thing.
Like,
you gotta make the home thing special.
I mean, jeez.
It's got to be special.
Do you remember what I said about Sami Zayn? Do you remember what I said that he should do now? After this Braun Breaker thing? Do you remember last week what I said?
No, I tried to forget about Sami Zayn.
Oh, well, I said that he should go into the Bloodline. I said he should go back into there.
Oh, yeah, you did say that, yeah.
Yeah. And now a War Games match is happening back in Canada.
Yeah, you probably.
I mean, dog.
That's where it's going to go down there.
Jimmy, Sammy, Roman. Be mad. I don't care. That's
no, you're right. Yeah, no, I think you're right. That makes sense, though.
Jamie, Roman, Jay. Yeah, that makes sense, honestly, bro.
Okay.
War Games, yeah, that's perfect. It's perfect alignment.
Solo and Jacob Fatu. That's the 4v4.
Yeah.
And if you want to make it a 5v5, bring in Zilla on one side and Hikuleo on the other. 5v5.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Boom.
But at some point, I think gotta work. We can talk about that later, but I think you gotta work the Rock into this shit. So
yeah, for sure.
That's gonna be like Mania.
Okay,
that's Mania.
I'll say this, and I'll let you guys have your opinions too. But I will just say, I think that we can all agree that let the Bloodline, Roman, and everything cook at SummerSlam, and then we'll bring the Rock in later. He does not need to come in right now.
No, yeah, he does. 100%. Yeah.
Okay, I feel
like people need a second away from Rock. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like
it's more impactful that way.
Yeah, I think the people need a minute away from Rock. Keep his
all right. Now we got two matches that are not at SummerSlam. They're both tag team championship matches that are happening on the SmackDown the night before SummerSlam. First off, the Bloodline versus DIY for the WWE Tag Team Championships after the Bloodline won a gauntlet match last SmackDown.
Pick me first, please.
OG.
All right, thanks. So you gotta fucking get Bloodline these titles.
Oh yeah.
Jacob Fatu is a fucking bro.
You have to. I'm sorry. You have
My only question is this DIY's first defense? Damn it!
Sorry, guys.
God, man, I love DIY. I've been waiting to see DIY for the longest time, and then you give them the Bloodline? Come on.
Yeah, if they won the tag titles, and then the next week, the team that lost the tag titles is in the main event on SmackDown, and DIY wasn't on the show. I was like, what the fuck?
Bro, you know the thing about it? I hate to say this. We tune in and watch fucking the Bloodline on Fridays.
Yeah, but I love DIY.
I love DIY too. Devin, here's what I'm going to say. I love DIY, but I fear that they are just transitional champions because they have to pull the trigger on the Bloodline. If there's no way Jacob Fatu, who took them out by himself, does not win the tag team championship.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way.
Right?
I mean, there's no other choice.
Bro, the heat behind Jacob Fatu, like, I want to see what Jacob Fatu is. I want to see this shit. To me, honestly, at some point, the Bloodline's holding him fucking back, bro. This man is a fucking beast, bro. Like, give him the fucking goal. DIY go fucking feud with fucking Miz and R-Truth.
What do they call that man? The Samoan Bloodwolf or something like that?
Yeah,
Samoan werewolf.
Bro, that shit is, man, that's fire.
Yeah, it's like,
So, I think a big reason why the Bloodline are going to win is because I think when they meet in War Games, or whenever this is, right?
Yes, sir.
The Civil War, we can call it, right? I think that they're going to have the tag titles on one side, and the other side is also going to have the tag titles, whether it be Jimmy J, Sammy J, whoever.
I would love to see. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. It would mean more if they put on a better match, but I would love to see the rekindling of the Brotherhood.
I think it will probably be Jimmy and Jay as the tag titles on one side, and then Fatu and first off, Tongaloa's iPad made me fucking belly laugh on SmackDown. But Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga as the other tag champs, and then
definitely, like I said, man, if the Usos would have put a better match on at Mania, them having the tag titles again would probably mean a little bit more. But you win some, you lose some.
I like the idea of adding gold to War Games. You add some.
Yes, that's
games,
what.
Yes. Yeah, I don't see Solo instead of winning, but you add some gold to it, looks better.
You got to make Solo's Bloodline intimidating, and what did we say is the best way to make them look intimidating? OG.
Yep. Yeah, what he said. Fucking gold.
Gold. Yeah.
Give him fucking gold.
Yeah, man.
So, next match, also on SmackDown, also for the tag titles, Jade and Bianca versus Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. A lot of people thought that Bianca and Jade were not going to go back in the women's tag division, but they said no. They want their titles back. They want the rematch because they weren't pinned in the triple threat. And now there's a tag team championship on SmackDown. I want to go first.
Go ahead, please, Dale. It's up to you, Dale. Go ahead.
Okay. Match ends by disqualification, count out, whatever, and Alba and Isla retain. You can go next.
I'm gonna go next, and I'm going to say, I mean, I really feel like this is too soon, but I don't think that you throw a match like this on SmackDown unless there's only two ways, and I don't even know. I don't think that they're the latter way that I'm about to say. The two ways is you get somebody to break up the Bianca and Jay, you know what I mean, or interfere in the match. But I'm like, I don't know who they're beefing with that would interfere with their match, but that's one. Or you got two, set up the Bianca versus Jade, which I'm getting more of the vibe that that's what they're going for.
I'm with it, honestly.
But like I said, I honestly, we've been waiting for this. I can't be too Debbie Downer about it because I mean, Bianca versus Jade is going to be a fantastic match no matter what. But I think that's the only two ways that they're going to be able to roll with it at this point. You know what I'm saying? They got to either put them against each other or they're going to have to.
So I think they would. So before you go, OG, I just want to say this. I think they would have put this match on SummerSlam if it was going to be a Bianca and Jade turning situation. And that's why I think it isn't going to be like that. And they wouldn't do that on SmackDown. They would have just done that.
Really?
Yeah.
So how do you think that? What do you think this match is going to give then? Because I feel like there's going a story.
I think it's going to be a decent match, but I don't think both tag titles change hands. I would be shocked.
Yeah, I would be shocked as well. I don't think that they're. I
don't think Bianca and Jay win these titles.
What do you think happens, OG?
So I think Alba. I think they fucking retain the titles. I think they're trying to figure out where to put Bianca and Jay because to me, like I'm tired of that we can predict what's about to happen next. We all know this. It kind of dumbs down the story. Like we all know since fucking Jay got signed that you were setting up Bianca versus Jay. So it's almost like separate them. You got Jade some more work. Separate them down. Let them go into some other feuds, and then as the year progresses towards Mania, maybe start to bring that back around. But I really don't want to see like Jade and Bianca not yet. Like at some point in time, absolutely. But like right now, it's like don't get them the titles. Like let what I mean? Because I don't know. It's just the tag team division for women is I mean could be I don't know. It could be better, but like. I don't know, man. Don't get Bianca can't win the titles. Let them keep the title. You know what I mean? Like, figure out what to do with Jade and Bianca.
All I'm asking and all I'm curious about is what am I going to leave this match feeling or thinking?
The same thing you feel right now. The same thing you feel right now. It's like, okay, whatever. It's like
I'm with OG.
It's like, oh, okay. So Dill, when you say what you say, I was like, yeah, what he said. Like, okay,
yeah,
it's fine.
Like I don't like what's gonna happen, but I have them winning by like a DQ or someone else interfering.
Yeah,
I can see what you guys
yeah. Like don't please don't let it be damage control. Jesus Christ,
no. Final thing before we get into the predictions, we gotta roll the top 5. You already know what it is. The top five that I've talked about in the world of professional wrestling, and we will roll it right after this.
Bye. Hey, Dijak. Take those stupid sunglasses off. We're inside.
All right.
Top five.
So, last week's top 5, number 1, Rhea Ripley and Dom. Number 2, MJF. Number 3, Drew and Punk. Number 4, Logan Paul. And number 5, Jay Uso. Okay. So, this week's top 5, you got to remember, is based off the week. So a lot of people that are like, hey, one of the most anticipated matches is Logan Paul and LA Knight. They didn't do anything to build the match, so they're not on the list, you know? Logan Paul's number 4, now he's number nothing, okay?
Ooh, I got one for you.
Anyways, number 1.
I got Wyatt 6 at number 1.
No. You think?
No.
Watch this.
No.
And dude, you might be surprised I'm going to say this. Fucking Damian Priest.
Yeah. I'd put him.
Bro.
Yes.
This week I was like,
okay.
You got me.
Number 1, and specifically when I say Judgment Day, I don't mean like, oh, everyone was so good. I mean Judgment Day was Raw. It was Raw. Every backstage segment was Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Every match was Sami Zayn versus Carlito, Jey Uso versus fucking Dominic. Damian Priest getting involved on Finn Balor and Gunther, the main event. You know what I mean? The whole Raw was. I would make Judgment Day number 1.
Bro.
I can find with that.
Damian Priest I was like, Okay, I see it.
Honestly, I've been sold on Damian Priest for a while now. I'm not gonna lie.
He was fucking Gunther up.
He's joking on the mic right now, man. And honestly, I really don't want him to lose to Gunther. I really do not want him to lose.
Now after that, I don't want to lose. Like, no, Judgment Day.
I feel like him losing to Gunther is too, like, not necessarily predictable, but it's like I feel like you gotta put an obstacle in front of Gunther to give him more. You don't have to, but I feel like you can give him more.
You saying that makes me want to fucking just give a round of applause to Triple H, because a month ago you were with me like, yeah, okay, if he's gonna win King of the Ring, he's got to win at SummerSlam, and now you're like, no, I want Priest to win, and that's exactly what the WWE is trying to do. They in 3 weeks turned Priest into a babyface that you not only care about, but you are rooting for to win, and it's like, man, I kind of fucking hope he beats Gunther.
You know what? Watch what they did. They started very old school tricks about it. It's like the American versus Russia kind of thing. They started playing it like rich versus poor, or have parents, single parent versus both parents, kind of thing. And it's like all those plays, man. It's fucking working. It's fire. I think Damian keeps that title. I think now, because to me, I want to see him and Gunther more. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I want to see this go on a little bit longer. So that Damian, Judgment Day, I'm perfectly fine with one. Like,
okay,
and the build up for Rhea and this Liv thing, like, because now Liv is like single white female out here. Like,
I was going to suggest Liv Morgan. I was going to suggest Liv Morgan #2. That promo that she cut, I thought was phenomenal.
That was
man. I did love it.
She could.
Look at that, Devin. I put Liv Morgan #2. I don't just hate on her. When she does good things, I fucking talk about
her. Hey, listen, man. I want to take a second to bathe in the vision that I had for Liv Morgan, man. I knew once they pivoted, once they went this route, that Liv Morgan was going to shine. I knew it. I knew once they gave her opportunity to really be herself and to really put her in something that was actually pivotal, that she was going to pick up the ball and she was going to ball.
So what you're saying is that when the WWE said, "Hey, we need you to be seductive," she was good at being seductive.
God bless.
She was single white female, bro.
God bless. We're gonna see. Hey, we're gonna see wrestling. We're gonna see wrestling.
Her character.
I think that her versus Rhea is gonna be a fantastic match.
Saying,
I think it's gonna be a fantastic match as well, though.
All right, #3. I think. I don't know if you guys watched the AEW, but I think MJF stays at goes from #2 to #3. So, what he's doing.
I agree. They're cooking with him, man.
MJF is one of the top 3 wrestlers.
The title from the international title to the American title, and now he's defending it internationally against international people.
So the funny thing is going to be is that whenever he loses, they're going to bring back the international title back.
Yeah.
But it's so fucking gangster right now that he like trashes it and like it's gone. Like it's the American title. Like
his theme, his logo, his banner. It says Maxwell Jacob Friedman and American 4th of July fireworks. His whole theme, his scarf, is red, white, and blue. He came out in a red, white, and blue suit. He's full, and I love it.
America, he's great at pivoting and keeping the people interested. You know what I'm saying? Like he came back and he's shining.
Very WWE like.
All right, #4. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was probably you could probably make a case of him over MJF. But Bryan Danielson, dude, he announced that his contract was up. He announced that this was, in terms of talked about, I mean, everyone's talking about Bryan Danielson. I don't even want to put Shane McMahon in this top 5, but I feel like he's going to end up in it because he was trending #1 in the world yesterday.
I will put Shane before Bryan Danielson.
So Shane #4?
Everybody's talking about this shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I seen it everywhere.
Shane #1.
And if we talk about Shane in terms of impact, Shane's what he's got going on, what he could possibly get brewing.
The interest that he brewed, it comes along with him. Oh yeah, I'll put him for.
All right, what about #5? What about Toni Storm? Did you see the promo she cut?
I didn't see
Toni Storm's just been cooking.
No, I can't.
Toni Storm cut a 3-minute long promo.
I think that we should put her at 5 just to give her some respect on the kind of role that she's been on personally.
Bro, if you watched her promo, that should get her enough on 5. She took the heel that Mariah May stabbed her with, stabbed herself again, and said, "One thing you forgot is you couldn't get the bloody job done, Mariah. And if you want to do it, you're going to have to kill me." And she was screaming it at the people, and it was like, it was great. I was like,
Toni Storm is. I would say that she's the best women's wrestler right now, man.
No, that's fire, bro.
She's best.
This whole thing with
that.
the heel and bloody face and all that shit, I'm all for it. It's stuff like that for me that pulls me into watching more.
All right, top 5. Number 1, Judgment Day. Number 2, Liv Morgan. Number 3, MJF. Number 4, Shane McMahon. Number 5, Tony Storm. And I can tell you right now, after SummerSlam, if a certain someone returns, he'll probably be number 1. But that's enough teasing. And let's get into the SummerSlam predictions hosted by The Miz. Want to know why? Want to know why we're wooing? Because they fucking listen to me. 7 matches. I've asked so kindly for a year. I don't want 5. I don't want 10. Give me 7. They gave us 7 matches. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Because that is the sweet spot. That is the sweet number. But before we talk about the predictions, can we talk about something really quickly? Why is the 3 show pre-out? 3 hours. 3-hour pre-show. No match.
Isn't it usually like 2 hours?
Yes. For a big show. Like if it's a big show, it's 2 hours.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
It's 3 hours with no matches.
Oh, no matches?
They're probably somebody's gonna come through or something like that.
I was like, what the fuck do you even talk about for?
It's one of those AAA announcement joints.
Like that would be me and you, like us 3, talking about predictions right now, okay? But I'm like, yo, this bitch has got to go 3 hours. What would we do?
What are we talking about? How could we even talk about a pay-per-view for 3 hours, though?
That's what I'm saying.
It's some kind of tribute or something.
That's what I'm saying. Something's got to be going down of some sort. That's a good.
I agree. All right. So I don't just have predictions God as my title for no reason. There are statistics to back this up. Yeah.
Wait, Dill, you keeping fucking stats over here, bro?
Oh yeah, I'm keeping predictions.
Did you? Hey, whoa! You ain't got my dub on there, son?
Does that not say 1-1 for Dev?
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I was making sure, man. You gotta get mine on there. Don't act like you was just undefeated on this time.
Wait, what's your win percentage?
You have 1 win, 1 loss, and 2 ties, but I didn't put the ties on because fuck that. So you have a 50% win percentage. OG. Shit. You have 1 win, 2 losses, 1 tie.
Damn.
So you're 33%. I have 3 wins, 1 losses, 1 tie. 2 of those wins were head-to-heads against OG. You can call them what you want to call them. They're in the predictions. They count.
Come on, let's go, man.
Let's go. Let's get into it.
So let's get it cracking. 7 matches on the card. Fucking here we go.
Boom.
Sorry, wrong button. Miz hosts SummerSlam. Also, Jelly Roll is performing live during.
I'm just a long hair son of a shitter. That's that one right there.
I just thought that was
Jelly Roll, man. Roll the jelly.
I thought that was crazy, but.
What do you got?
You got a Jelly Roll story?
Oh, bro. Real quick. I'll make it quick. Me and the family go to the fucking beach, man. Like, we go to this pizzeria.
I've not heard the story.
Okay, and they're like, hey, you guys know the country music singer Jelly Roll? We're like, yeah. Mind you, we're already eating our pizza and shit. They're like, well, him and Luke Bryant, they're coming over to this pizzeria. And I was like, okay, whatever. So they're like, can you guys move to the side of the restaurant? They're coming in. They're telling us shit like, Jelly Roll's coming in. They're gonna buy pizza for everybody. They're gonna take care of everybody. Shit, just So we were fucking just chilling. You know what I mean? We had already been to the beach, so we just kind of chilling. Like, all right, we'll see Jelly Roll. Man, we fucking sitting there, bro, looking at shit. My man comes up to us and shit. He's like, I'm Jelly Roll's personal security guard, and I've been doing it for like 15 years and shit. Said some crazy about like I make $30,000 every summer. Just some unnecessary shit that we never asked to fucking find out, right? So he says all this shit. My man has a beard and he's like, yeah, Jelly Roll called me, so he's coming over here. So I just kind of jumped up and I'm here. Like, oh, okay, whatever. So my man leaves out and he's like looking outside, looking around and shit, like he's looking for a tour bus or something like that. Apparently Jelly Roll's in town performing, whatever. So we're like, okay, we'll just chill. It's not that big of a deal. It's cool. It's, whatever. Man, we sitting there. We don't see my man no more and shit. We sitting there. We like, where the fuck is Jelly Roll at? So me and my wife and my daughter, we just started fucking cracking jokes like, naming random places that we fucking thought Jelly Roll might be because he sure fucking wasn't at this pizzeria. And so we're sitting there like, did we just stay here or did we just fucking leave? By this time, we fucking had 8, bro, and it was like, we don't, it's like
we don't even need the free pizza.
Yeah. He's like, well, he's got autographs on the shit. I'm like,
we had already paid for our pizza.
My wife is over here co-signing shit.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's like, imagine we have finished eating. So he's like, he's gonna buy everybody pizza and drink whatever you guys want. But we didn't want that shit. We was like, let's just, it'd be cool. You see Jelly Roll
for sure.
Man, we left out of that motherfucker, bro. Jelly Roll never fucking showed up. So all the way home, we just kept naming random places that we thought Jelly Roll might be. Hey, Jelly Roll is fucking in pizza. He's over here at Pizza Hut. We're like, Jelly Rolls is fucking Subway. And so like now, I'm gonna say Jelly Rolls are fucking Summerslam.
That's where Jelly Roll is. God damn it! You didn't go to the pizzeria. You went to fucking SummerSlam.
That's right.
He's a busy
hey, bro.
man.
We sitting there. We was like, bro, if he just performed, why the fuck does he want to walk over here to this fucking pizzeria? Like,
and I'll tell you right now, it's not hard to miss Jelly Roll. If you see him, he's a pretty good guy.
I know he's fucking hungry probably, but I'm like, bro, why?
It was a country music festival.
Yeah, but still, I mean, like,
hey, no shade to Jelly Roll, and I love him, but don't tell me right now. It looks like he's looking at pizza in this photo right now. Like he's
he's looking hungry. I can't lie.
On the camera, but somebody in the back is eating it. He's like, I'm really trying.
Well, I got a plate.
The pizza you eating over there? Yeah, that's my Jelly Roll story. Sorry, I derailed the.
No, that's a great story. All right, prediction. Here we go.
Let's go.
Nia Jax, Bayley. This match, me and OG have talked about it. They've done a really good job of building this on SmackDown with the promo battles the last couple of weeks. Tiffany Stratton is now going to be getting probably a new pink bedazzled briefcase because Nia said, I got you a new briefcase next week. So we'll probably see that. So we got that dynamic obviously going up against Bayley or BBL Bayley and
BBL Bayley.
We'll start with you guys and then I will take it away.
Dev, what you got?
I got Nia Jax. She won Queen of the Ring. She's been on a roll. She's been balling out. I think that her wrestling is tremendously improved. I think that her promos have tremendously improved. I like what her and Tiffany are cooking right now together, and I think that this is just the time that Bayley kind of drops and goes a little bit on the sideline. And I think she'll be a little bit more comfortable and work a little bit better in that way. So, yeah, I think it's about that time that Bayley drops. I'm going to give that to Nia Jax.
All right, so Bayley actually, you can tell the character itself is kind of ramped up a little bit over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Which is great because she was getting kind of stale. It's kind of very
that's why I'm loving.
Very Becky Lynch type thing I was getting, but you can tell she's kind of picked it up. But what I think happens is Bayley wins and Tiffy time cashes in. So Bayley doesn't walk out with the title, but she wins the match.
I can see that happening, but I'm just like, I would be kind of mad because I'm like, dang, man.
I would be mad too.
Money in the Bank is over just like that, huh? You just gonna throw Drews away. Yeah, Tiffany's is literally right after Money in the Bank, and then we're just done with Money in the Bank like that.
Then you start a whole feud with Tiff and Nia.
In my opinion, though, I feel like Tiffany cashing in right now throws the Money in the Banks in the trash, dog.
OG, I understand where you're coming from, but here's where I'm at. I want to see more Tiffy and Nia. We just started with
I agree. I do agree with that.
It's been 3 weeks of them. I want more Tiffy and
They've been cooking together, too.
I have Nia winning, okay? And I want it to be Nia with the title and Tiffany with the pink bedazzled briefcase and them being like, hey, if you ever beat Nia, Tiffy's here to cash in and get the title right back. I think that is perfect.
But you peeped that a couple times in those matches as things happen, and then like Tiff's looking at Nia, it's kind of like, oh my god, I didn't mean to. Like, you can tell it's like they're kind of building that little thing there.
But let them build that. I don't.
Yeah, I agree. I think that they need more time to cook.
But then if Bayley beats Nia, and Tiffy cashes in on Bayley, you still get that same thing.
No, you don't. They're not gonna. No, you don't, because then Nia is gonna be mad at Tiffy.
So now here that thing goes. You know, I don't want.
But I mean, I feel like that's way too quick on the trigger with that.
I agree. I'm with Dev here. I think
you gotta kind of lead that in. You gotta lead that in. I feel like that would just be like kind of just like, you know, that just happened.
If there was a men's Money in the Bank, I'd be with you.
Facts. This is exactly what I'm saying. I don't want the Money in the Bank to be completely thrown to the trash.
But the fact that you're, like Dev said, in 1 month, both briefcases, Gone.
Nah,
No, bro. But again,
Nah.
it's like the history thing. We carry shit like whatever reason we gotta carry shit for fucking 8 months now. Like, and then
it doesn't have to be.
It don't
It
for 8 months.
don't have
Well,
to
not
be-
1 month.
But we don't have to. We don't have to do all it. Like,
Nobody said 8 months, OG. We
But
just
you
don't
know how
want
to
it
do it, though.
1 month.
but you know
Yeah,
how
I know how they do it, but not 1 month, dog.
I'm
And
for
with
it.
one briefcase too? No way.
I'm for
I
it.
can't do it.
You are for it. We're against it. And that's the great thing about predictions, right?
Let's get it.
Everyone has their own prediction. We got another match to get into, and that is Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker.
No, can he lose it? I don't think we need to give this too much time. Can he lose it? I mean, what are we doing? Braun Breaker is the big thing right now. I want to see this man cook up. I want to see this man go to work. Can we give Sami Zayn a little time off to be a jobber somewhere else and be the underdog?
No, he's a comedian.
He's a comedian. He's a comedian. He's a comedian. He's a comic. He's a comic underdog. A comic underdog. I'm okay with that. I've laughed enough. I want to see the serious Braun Breaker breaking everything. Let's just get it over with. I don't know why we keep dragging this thing out. I don't know why we're having a second match. I don't know why we're having a second match. I think he should have lost it the first time.
My prediction might shock you, okay?
Oh, God. Please don't tell me.
You're gonna say
No.
Oh, okay.
I have Braun Breaker winning in a squash match.
That's not a hot take. I pray to God that happens.
I have Braun Breaker winning like he's ding, 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 spear.
Yeah,
pick him
no.
up, spear, get him up again, spear.
I think that Sammy, all he did was delay the inevitable. As soon as he beat Braun, I knew all he was doing was delay the inevitable because there was no way that Braun was not getting that title.
Because for 2 reasons. One, we have built Braun up as this beast. And then Braun has now said that the reason he lost in Money in the Bank is because he underestimated Sammy. Fine. But now be the beast. And fucking destroy him.
Yeah, destroy him.
Like, the only way I will take Braun losing, okay? The only way is, like, he goes too far and he's going to kill Sammy and it's DQ. Like, concerto, steal, you know what I mean?
No, that I can
I'd be pissed, but that's the only acceptable way I take it. And also, get Braun in and get Sammy out, and then he can go fucking mingle with the bloodline.
Yeah, I agree.
I didn't know if he was setting something up.
Nah, he had to grab a target real quick.
Okay. OG, I would be shocked if you had a prediction that was different than ours.
So, first of all, I've been disappointed before that fucking Sammy fucking won that title. And I really don't want to be let down again that fucking Sammy wins and shit. But I do think that Braun wins this. I think now, because we're starting to set up Sammy to go back to the bloodline.
Yep.
Let him get squashed.
Yep.
Let's just squash it. Let's have Sammy be on I charge that to the game type of situation, and let's just have Sammy go his route and Braun just destroy everything in front of him.
Yeah,
let's just have it go like that.
Braun and shit now.
There's a low chance of the squash happening just because Sammy likes to be Sammy Hogan, and he's like, that's not gonna work for me, brother. I gotta look good. We'll fucking see how that goes, but
brother. Yeah, so I got Braun.
I love that meme. Every time I see Hulk Hogan, that's the first thing I say. That's not gonna work for me, brother. That looks so great.
Yeah, you guys see that Trumpomania stuff, man? Jesus Christ.
Dude, you know what? Here's all I want to say about that, and we won't talk about politics, so do not in the comments think
yeah, we don't know. Relax.
If there's anybody that can get anyone going for anything, Hulk Hogan is good at what he does. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Yeah.
Hype man, if you need somebody, good Lord, I'd be scared if I was with that man and he did cocaine, because good Lord, he's already on a 12. You can't go higher. Here we go. Yeah, I like this graphic. I got this from the moving graphics.
That's nice.
CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, special guest referee, Seth frickin' Rollins. CM Punk hates Seth Rollins, and he hates Drew McIntyre. Seth Rollins hates CM Punk, and he hates Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre hates CM Punk and Seth Rollins. It's a 3-man blood feud with no title, and it all starts at SummerSlam. Yeah, I set that up pretty good. Look at that.
This is a hard one. I'm not gonna lie. This one's a hard one, but I'm going to say, I don't know, man. I feel like you kind of have to give this to Drew here, but at the same time, I feel like Seth is more likely to. I feel like Drew's gonna win because I feel like Seth is more likely to throw shade on CM Punk than he is Drew. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, and while he does hate Drew, I don't know. I feel like they have a mutual kind of like, I don't like you, like Drew and Seth. Like, I don't like you, you don't like me. both don't like that motherfucker over there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's kind of that vibe. So I think they're gonna go with Drew I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre on that for that reason. But we're gonna see how it play out. I can see me being wrong. I want CM Punk to win personally though.
Okay. OG?
Personally, I want CM Punk to win too, but I think the money ticket is Seth and CM Punk. So Drew wins.
I agree.
Because I was thinking DQ.
But they've done so much with Drew and CM Punk.
It won't be a DQ. That boy Seth he basically said on Raw, I'm gonna call whatever the fuck I want to call.
Yeah, so it's gonna be fucking crazy, which would be great. But I could see Drew. I feel like Seth hates, but then it's like I'm conflicted because Seth and Punk, that's gonna be a fucking like banger, man.
Yeah, that's really what we've been building.
And the build up for that, like, do you just do that and start right now, or is that like Mania? Because the other part,
that's Mania,
because CM Punk, Mania, he got hurt, so he couldn't do it. Okay.
All right. I think that to just play a little devil advocate here, to help you in your brain, I think you got to look at this like this, okay? Bash in Berlin, and then Bad Blood. Do you really think this is going to be the last match between these three guys? No,
it can't be.
Can be.
I think that you got to look at that as something will happen either in Berlin or for sure at Bad Blood, okay? So with that being said, I think I don't care how you build it, whether it's fucking Drew and Seth again, Seth and Punk, whoever at whatever, right? I think the best way to do this is you have a situation where Seth fucks them both over, like hits them both with a curb stomp type thing, and he's like, okay, it's impartial. You know, he hates them both. Like, he makes it clear that I fucking don't like either of you, okay? And then you have a situation where one of them, I don't know who, because I'm not a scriptwriter, but one of them is going to, get in Seth's face at the end of the match, like a situation of, like, you didn't count fast enough, or you're trying to fuck me over, or whatever. And I think there's a higher chance of that being Drew than it is Punk, because of the hothead he's been going through.
Yeah.
And that will cost him the match. I'm going to take CM Punk to win, because I think there will be another match that Drew will get his win back.
I can see.
So I got Punk. You got Drew. OG, do you have Drew?
I'm gonna stick with Drew.
Okay.
Although I do think CM Punk is like he is due for a win.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like if you didn't get him to win at Rumble, you got to get him a win now.
You got to get him to win out. And honestly, maybe I'm gonna change. I'm gonna go Punk because Drew is.
Oh, you put Jab on an island now.
Yeah, pissed off Drew is must see TV.
Ruh-roh. We're good. You guys are right back. All right.
What's the deal doing?
Next match. Logan Paul and LA Knight. Yeah. Here we go. So, I talked about this before. There's a right way to do this. There's a wrong way to do this. We all know what the right decision here is. Okay? It's just a matter of, do they make the right decision? So I'm not even going to ask you who your prediction is. I'm going to ask you, do you think WWE makes the right decision and finally gives LA Knight a championship?
Absolutely. I don't think that you've been telling me, and I'm saying WWE, you've been telling me all this time, wait, LA Knight has the most buzz and doesn't win anything. Wait. WrestleMania. Wait. You've told me to wait too long and too much. I think that this has to be what you're telling me wait for, and there is no other. This is a complete and utter example of a drop the ball moment. You have the ball in your hand. Honestly, you've been playing hot potato with it. You've just been playing hot potato with it. We've all been wondering if you're going to drop it. And now is the time where it's up in the air. And it's like, okay, the time's out. Is it going to fall in the hand, or are you going to let it drop on the floor and let Logan Paul run WWE?
That was a great analogy.
You know what I'm saying? But, I appreciate that.
I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to go, yeah.
Let me talk to you. Yeah.
I will just.
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh my ass off if Logan wins. I'm gonna laugh.
Honestly, it will be comedy if he wins, though. Honestly,
because at that point, that's basically the WWE's way of saying, all you LA Knight fans. It's
over.
It's like what they did with Cody. Just keep waiting.
Just keep waiting.
Just keep waiting.
Yeah, nah.
So
and honestly, bro, I genuinely don't
win.
know if I don't think that LA Knight can survive this one.
I agree.
Yeah,
He has held the hype. He's held the hype for so long without anything behind him. I don't know if people are gonna care after this.
He will be lost in the shuffle of things.
Yeah, we're all riding.
We're
all riding LA Knight. All right, next match. This to me is the hardest match. This to me is the hardest match to predict, if I'm being honest with you.
I agree.
Damian Priest, Gunther, World Heavyweight Championship, because it could go either way. If you want to build Damian Priest he's the biggest face on Raw. He's actually the guy. He just beat fucking Gunther, whether it be by Giovanni Vinci coming back and costing Gunther on interference. I've seen that narrative get thrown around, or whatever it be. Or you have the situation of, somebody turns on Damian Priest, probably Finn Balor, and then you pull the trigger on both King and Queen of the Rings becoming champion. So, I'll start. I'm very conflicted.
Be careful.
I did start everything, if you roll the tapes, before King and Queen of the Ring. When they first announced it was a thing, I told you guys Gunther's got to win it, and Gunther's got to be champion. And if I were to come back now and just erase that, I'm a hypocrite. So I have to stand on business on what I said.
Stand on business.
Gunther to win this match.
Dill sold me into the build-up of Gunther being this big monster that nobody can go across. But if you look back at the tapes, man, I was never a fan of this Gunther, he's right off the title, and then he's right back into another title pickle. You get the King of the Ring, he gets another title, and then he gets another long reign. And I was just like, the guy's fantastic, but that's just too just gimme, you know what I mean? But now, even more than ever, I can look at it and say, not only is I feel like it's gimme, but Damian Priest has truly earned his stripes. I feel like Damian Priest, a lot of the part of him keeping the title, in my opinion, in this scenario, has to do with him. A lot of times it's just character development, but he himself has put in the work to win over the people, to go crazy on the mic, and honestly put on great matches, man. His in-ring work is also really freaking good, man. So I think that Damian Priest has earned the right to keep this title on his waist.
So I'm gonna say Gunther.
Okay.
I think it's a good setup for another match. I don't think this ends it, because here's the thing: if Gunther wins, then I'm guaranteeing that Rhea's gonna beat Liv. Now, and that to me becomes a more compelling kind of story. I think the whole Hulk Hogan, Sammy Hogan kind of thing. The evil versus good kind of thing. They're building that thing up really, really good. Gunther now becomes even more hated. People really hate
and what
him.
you were saying, Dev, how you don't like how it's gimme. That's exactly his fucking character. That's what he wants you to think.
Yeah,
the privileged guy who gets handed everything.
Yeah. So now I hate him even more.
Yeah.
Now that boosts Priest his face. It boosts him. You know what I mean? Everybody. Yeah. Because
I agree.
I will change it. I'm gonna change I actually really like that take, and I'm gonna change it because I do believe that this could set up for another get back. I'm gonna say though, and I want to connect this with my pick. So I want to say something, and if it doesn't happen, then even if I say the right person won, if it doesn't happen, I'm gonna count it as a loss on my part. So mark it up as a loss. But I'm gonna say that he has to, if this is the case, I think he has to lose due to Judgment Day.
That's how I have him.
Absolutely. I feel like the only way he loses is you do the Judgment Day route. He handles his Judgment Day business. He comes back to Gunther. He's like, I didn't have a fair shot. Let's get our ones. And then I would personally like if you gave it back to him, but I could genuinely see them being like, yeah, you lost your chance. You know what I mean?
The only thing they can't do,
the
only thing they cannot do is pull a play from last year's playbook where they have Judgment Day accidentally cost him the match. Please don't do that.
Yeah,
If you're gonna do it, have Finn turn on
intentionally. Yes, absolutely.
Pull the trigger. 100%.
So pull the trigger. I love that because then Clash of Berlin is next.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Bad Blood is after, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Stay right there. It's the perfect setup.
Yep.
That's bad. That's where you do it. You do Bad Blood.
Right.
Yeah.
Honestly, but at the same time, Damian Priest has genuinely, and I gotta applaud the guy. This is the last thing I'll say. Damian Priest has built himself up really well at this point to where he actually does not need a belt. He has a lot going for himself right now in terms of storylines and the way that matches.
It's gonna be Finn.
Yeah, it's gonna be Finn.
Yeah.
Finn needs this though. Like, yeah,
all right.
I need to see the evil Finn back.
I don't know if this is co-main event, but in my opinion, it should be. Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley with Dominic Mysterio. Obviously, probably going to play some type of factor here. OG kind of already gave his pick away, but you have Rhea?
I honestly, I don't.
You just said I have Rhea to dismantle her.
No, I said if Gunther beat Priest would have win, then Priest loses, then I'll say Rhea. But now I'm thinking about it. I'm not ready to see this Liv character go away.
I don't either. I don't think that is the time.
It's so good. It's so good. It's so good.
I'm gonna say, actually, I want to go last. I want to let.
I just got stabbed in the back.
Sorry, Dill. I love you.
You just jump ship on me, brother.
But the reason why I'm not ready to see this character Liv go away, and I noticed that like since Rhea's been back, the whole injury thing, like she didn't have the surgery to get the shit fixed, and so they've been planning.
Okay, hold on. I was always confused. Just real quick, was she really injured?
Yeah,
she was. Oh, yeah. Okay.
But
Liv didn't hurt her.
Yeah,
right. That's what I thought.
They recommended.
She actually got her, and then they wrote her off as Liv hurt her.
I see. That's what I was
thinking. So I'm thinking that like noticing since Rhea's been back, she hasn't really done any real like work. So I'm thinking they're still kind of playing it safe. So to me, that's the reason why you keep Liv the title some more, and don't give it to Rhea.
They're keeping it okay. But you know what I don't like is that Rhea's been back for 3 weeks and has had just as many matches as Liv has. Liv's healthy. Liv's the champion.
Liv's healthy, but I think
where the fuck has she been? Not in the ring.
Okay,
but that's part of the story.
One match.
We got
one title defense in 3 months, Devin, against Zelina Vega on Raw.
That's how they go. That's how they roll, bro. That's how they roll. I mean, honestly,
people get mad at me for shitting on the way Liv Morgan gets booked. God damn it! Like, come on now.
I don't sit on you for the way that she gets booked. I agree with you. I don't like the way she gets booked either. But I think that when she gets put in the position to get booked well, that she does well. That's all I'm saying.
Honestly,
I have okay.
It's been helping other people.
Well, Dev has Liv, obviously. We know that.
Obviously, we know that. Yeah.
But who does Dom interfere with this match?
That's why I have Liv.
My question is this the complete? Is this the fall of the Judgment Day? I think that question answers whether or not Rhea or Liv wins.
It starts.
I think Dominic's gonna turn on Rhea and then.
Because Dominic turns on Rhea, Damian loses, and Finn turns on Damian. We have just witnessed No, I don't think that's the beat. I don't think it's the start.
No,
that is the.
What did I
that's
tell
the
y'all?
Judgment Day. Finn turns on Damian, and Dom turns on Mommy. That's literally everything.
Then you have to give me flowers at that point.
Why?
I literally told y'all Judgment Day is going to be Judgment Day without Rhea and Damian.
I agree.
Thank you.
I agree.
You're welcome, Dill.
Thank you.
I agree.
I said Liv is going to take Judgment Day away from everyone, and the only person that's going to stay with fucking Rhea is not going to be Dom. It's going to be Damian.
I agree. And I agree with you at that time, and I agree with you now. I'm going to stand on business behind that.
Beautiful. Sorry. I felt really good about myself.
You got your flowers, brother.
You got your flowers.
God damn it. I love Rhea Ripley, and I'm rooting for her in this match, in this whole match, but I know what's going to happen.
Yep.
All right. Final match, Cody Rhodes, Solo Sikoa, the main event of the evening. This one should be all right. So first off, don't talk about after the match, okay? Only talk about who you have winning the match, and then we'll get to after the match, all right?
First up, Cody wins.
God bless.
Okay, so you have Cody winning. Clean?
Yep. It's never clean with the fucking bloodline.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's going to be clean on Cody's part.
Yeah, Cody, yeah.
Cody's going to win clean, but I don't think it's going to be clean in terms of, like, no interferences or anything.
I agree. I think that at the end of the day, I think the bloodline will get involved. I think that like I said last week, I don't want him to be Super Cena and just, oh my God, a crossroads to one, a crossroads to another, a crossroads to Jacob Fatu, and then a crossroads to Solo. Cody Rhodes takes down the whole blood. Get the fuck out of here. No, he didn't.
Yeah, don't do that.
I don't want that, okay?
Yeah, I agree.
He needs help. Whether it's Randy and KO return, whatever.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. He needs
help.
I agree.
But I think that we can all agree that at the end of the day, Cody Rhodes, he's going to return, and then after he returns,
when the tribal chief Roman Reigns comes back.
Watch me. Let me stop. He's not coming back. Consequences need change.
You people don't deserve Roman. You got me now. And if Roman Reigns decides to come back, he will acknowledge me as his tribal chief.
He shall no longer call himself the tribal chief because I'm the tribal chief. And if Roman Reigns got a problem with that, you know where to find me.
You're gonna know what it's gonna be like to make it personal. Because I'm gonna make it personal. Because it's always been personal to me. There ain't a man alive who can touch my button. If I had one, you wouldn't be able to locate it. I'm gonna see what happens when you play with my bloodline and you play with my family. I'll see you soon.
Something real quick. I just want to say something real quick. There's a lot of moments that they don't satisfy us. They tell us wait. They tell us they want to cook more and all this saute and gumbo mumbo jumbo. I'm done. I'm done with it. You got so much stuff to brew. Your pot is brewing. You got a lot of stuff brewing on the slow cooker. You got it on low. You got it on warm. You got a lot of stuff that's held to the side. I truly don't believe this is a moment that we put on the burner and we're like, let's slow cooker. Give me Roman Reigns. Give me Roman Reigns and let it cook from there. I don't really have anything else other than that. Let him come back and let him cook.
I mean, I've been saying it for a month, for 4 straight podcasts. OG already knows what I'm about to say. Give me Paul, then give me Jimmy, then give me Roman, and let the motherfucking Marvels assemble. And that's how we close out SummerSlam. I know we talked about it last week, OG, but I think that the perfect finish is you do a situation where Cody wins, and then the Bloodline takes out Cody, and then it's a situation of, like, pandemonium. They hold up the ones. Then you do Paul. Then you do Jimmy. Then you do Roman. They can meet on the stage. They can meet in the ring. But then you end the show without anyone
face to face. That
yeah. The face to face ends the show. So
I will be okay, like if that happens, but I'll be happy if they don't even go to the ring.
That's what I'm saying.
Jimmy comes out
stage and just
when Roman music hits and he just stands. Oh my!
I think that Roman has the opportunity to pull like a top 5 pop right
if
here.
Roman,
it's gonna be automatic.
Does this?
That's it. That's it.
That's all he has to do.
That's it.
All he has to do.
And to me, the setup of Solo's been saying these promos for Solo's cutting about Roman, you're not this, you're not that. Like, make it more obvious that Roman's going to come back on your ass. Like, come on.
He isn't cutting promos on Cody. He's cutting them on Roman.
On Roman, yeah, man.
Facts.
Man,
that's a big giveaway. Hey, you gotta understand, man. On a deep story tip, like Solo was the right hand man. So now that he's the tribal chief, he's not only trying to take his turn, but also kind of in a way trying to prove to Roman, like, hey, like you couldn't beat Cody the second time, but hey, I'm a tribal chief and I beat him. You know what I mean?
I do feel like the way the bloodline is with Solo, the way the members are, how they act, it's kind of like Solo's character was with the original bloodline. Yeah, they're all kind of fucking crazy, and it's like brutes, crazy.
Yeah,
I think Roman comes back. He's strategic. It's different, but I think he comes back. The pop's gonna be crazy. Man.
I gotta give Solo a little bit of credit here before we get out of here. Just his development a little.
Take the fucking suits off.
Yeah, take the suits off. But I'm glad that they allowed this man to talk a little bit more and that he has a little bit more speaking roles, and he's not playing the silent type when you're the tribal chief.
He's good at his promo work. I think the only problem with Solo Sikoa is the fact that everybody ever since here's the pickle, okay? When they were just the three of them, Solo and the Tongans were not intimidating.
No.
Then they brought Jacob Fatu in, and everyone goes, okay, well, now they're intimidating, but because of that guy is more intimidating than Solo. He's the real guy. So that's a thing that I think is going to be in. Honestly, I'm curious how WWE deals with that. I'm very curious.
I don't know, bro. I would love to see Jacob Fatu switch sides, but I don't think that's also
they're playing Solo so like mob boss type.
Yeah, for sure.
His character.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, but I'm curious to see because Fatu is. I mean, he's. I want to see him more than I want to watch Solo. You know what I mean? But there it's almost like they're playing Solo like he's a mob boss, like which is interesting. So I'm just curious how it's all gonna work out. But the Roman Pop Man, it's gonna be one of the biggest. Like you can end it right there. So to me, I can already put them top 5. I'm gonna put the Roman return as number 1.
I think WWE is smart. I think WWE is gonna do it. I think they're gonna do it how they did CM Punk, where they're gonna put this thing on the screen and they're gonna make you think, "Fuck, the show's over," and then they'll probably hit the music, and then
that would be fire.
Yeah, that's what they should do. Real quick before we get out of here, just last thing. Is there any other returns or surprises that you think happen at SummerSlam? I know people were floating out the idea of Brock Lesnar being there, but there's still things going on with him in his court case.
Yeah.
So, just in general, do you guys think there's any other surprises, returns, or anything big?
No. And honestly, I don't want to say anything because I feel like this last part is just kind of the part we're going to leave up to SummerSlam. I think the question that honestly we should just ask the people is kind of like, what are they gonna do this SummerSlam to really take it out of the rails? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. What are they gonna do this pay-per-view to solidify the bigness of it? Because if I'm not mistaken, SummerSlam is Big 3, correct?
Yeah, it's the second biggest show of the year.
Second biggest show of the year, man. So
I think you do have a surprise. Return or entry for the first time. I know we got a lot of signings, or WWE just did a lot of signings. So some of them, I know everybody filters through NXT first, kind of thing, whatever.
Motor City Machine Guns are not going to NXT.
This is what I'm thinking, because we're talking about we talked about tag team division last week, and I feel like even though Bloodline probably wins that match, I still want to legitimize. I can see something like that happening, but I can see somebody returning. I don't want to see Becky Lynch come back yet. She can say
no. I only have one person that I want to see on the show. I don't really give a shit. I don't really give a shit in what capacity, but I just think he's the most over person in the company. At any point during SummerSlam, can we just get this?
Oh, bro.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
So at any point, if we could just get Joe Hendry, that's all I ask. Thank you. That's my pitch.
Say his name and he appears.
That's all they got to do. It's pretty fucking simple, people.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like Beetlejuice.
As we go out of here, Dev, promote what you need to promote.
Ladies and gentlemen, this guy right here, he's been working his ass off. You haven't seen me on this pod, and I'm going to give you guys a damn good reason as to why I haven't been. 7 Deadly Sins, my new tape, drops on September 7th, and it's going to be mixed and mastered by RJ Lamont. You know, RJ, us Mr. Soft with the Hard and Porter Parfait. We know some big things, ladies and gentlemen. This podcast is going up. We are going to have the TikTok clip tonight, ladies and gentlemen, so please stay tuned on the TikTok. And after that, we're just going to be on the roll. But y'all know what's going on, man. You see the chain, you know everything about it, and that's all we do, baby.
OG, you got anything you want to promote?
Yeah, I got my picks written down. So, Dill, don't try to finesse me and say I got the lowest win percentage. Stay tuned next week, guys.
Don't lose.
Yo. Also, man, shout out Hype Photography, man.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know OG is cold with the pictures, man. He's real nice with it. He got the shing, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Flicker. So get with the man. You know what I'm saying?
OG is nice with pics.
Come on now.
Yeah, man. I'm nice with it, baby.
You get down like that.
Do my thing,
Why
dog.
doesn't he do your photography for albums and shit?
I only do it myself. But if I did get somebody to take
he decided to fucking stay in fucking 1,800 miles away in Michigan where it's fucking freezing all the time.
All right. What do you call it? Thank you guys for watching the pod.
Dilly, you forgot Sharps.
That's what I'm getting to.
Oh, right my bad.
Thank you guys for watching the pod. Check out Sharps Media. Go onto the Sharps app, download the Sharps app, and use promo code TYCO011. There's football happening right now as you speak. The Hall of Fame game kicked off at 8 o'clock between the Bears and the Texans. So -1.5 spread. Bears is what we are riding tonight. If you want to ride with me. Anyways, that's Sharps. That's Lezu. OG. Dev, me, all three of us should be here next Friday. That is the usual time. I think what we'll probably do is on pay-per-views, we'll do on Thursday just because it's easier to get out.
To enjoy, to enjoy every day.
On Fridays, we'll just keep it regular.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you. Be good people. Do something
Great
nice
being back, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you next week.